Somehow, we're wearing the same hat today.
We didn't talk to each other before you came.
No, we didn't. We kind of saw each other just now, and we're like, oh,
Hey!
we're in the same hat.
We're in the same hat.
That's all right. It is what it is.
Were you there as well?
I was.
Did you?
I was.
Wow.
I was right next to you.
Are you joking?
No, I swear, I was right next to you for 3 days.
Oh,
nice. We even slept in the same bed.
Oh, of course we did.
I didn't think you'd forget that easily, Chenji.
Oh my gosh. What kind of podcast is this turning into?
Yeah, I know. Right, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Episode, I want to say 12.
It's 12, yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Welcome back to episode 12 of the Wrestling Slice Golf Show podcast. My name is Theo. Gentleman to my right, your left is Chenji. How are you, Chenji?
I'm good, mate.
Good. I'm good as well. Thank you for asking.
I mean, have we noticed something different about our attire today?
Yeah, we've gone opposite, right?
I mean, yeah, you're usually the guy with like a body warmer and another jacket and a beanie. Yeah. And now you're in a
I'm wearing a t-shirt. And I barely came out with a jacket on today because I thought I wouldn't need one, but I do need one. And you're wearing like winter. You even got long trousers on.
I have.
I haven't seen you in long trousers in a long time.
I know.
The weather's changing.
The weather's changing.
We're not quite sure.
I got up this morning, went out. It was that breeze of like autumn chill, which in a way I really love. And but it's kind of like, and I've been playing a little bit of golf in the last 2 weeks since I got back from Mexico, and you kind of really start to realize, okay, winter is coming. Winter is coming.
It is coming, and it's getting cold at night now. The days are a lot shorter.
A lot shorter.
We played golf on Tuesday. Wait, no, Centurion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Monday.
Wait, before we get into the podcast,
Sunday.
There's one thing we need to address first of all. Do you know where I'm going with this?
I think I do. You come up with these funny noises. I don't know how you do this. He's a professional.
Last week on the podcast, we spoke at length about Chenji's final competition that he had later on that day. I gave him one of the greatest motivational speeches that I could have given him. It's been a week. We haven't spoken about the competition. I've seen him like 3 times, and we specifically did not avoid the question, just so that we can talk about this on the podcast for the first time today. So, Chenji, the future of the podcast relies on what words come out of your mouth next. So, did you win your final against the Bandit last week?
I'm going to put this thing on eBay now.
What do you mean?
I lost. Podcast cancelled.
Okay.
No words. I was depressed for a few days.
You seem fine on Sunday, mate.
I was innerly depressed. Did you see how bad I was playing? Because I just didn't give it anymore.
What went wrong, Chenji?
I played good golf.
Okay.
I was happy. I played good golf. I did my best. I was in the practice range. You know how I always show up 2 minutes before tee time?
Yeah.
I showed up an hour and a half.
I don't believe you.
I went to the driving range.
An hour and a half.
I hit 75 balls.
Okay.
Right? 10 driver, 10 hybrid. Probably 30 balls with the wedge. And the rest was some, practice some irons. Went to the short game area. Did some light chipping, around the greens. Went to the practice green. Practiced the speed of the roll.
Wow.
Everything.
And nothing worked.
It worked. I played good. I played well.
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah.
But
well, you didn't win.
I still didn't win.
How many points did you get?
No, it wasn't a point. It was a match play.
Well, did you go right to the end?
Mm-hmm. Last one on 18.
I really wanted you to win. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping. Never mind. We move.
Podcast cancelled.
Well, I don't know about that, mate. We've got loads to talk about today. I don't want to cancel the podcast.
I mean, I'm not going to say too much about the competition, but you know, it's to be fair, it's actually it's a competition for high handicappers, and you see the board, right, and how the winners of the past years, and it's literally it's a battle of bandits.
Yes. Oh yeah, I get that.
Because it's mainly for like the old boys, the older gentlemen who can't hit the ball, 200 yards.
Yeah.
And then, who keep a handicap of.
But they always hit it
20,
straight.
21, 22. And who've been there for a very long time. And, for them to have a competition and, the first time I think, I don't know about the past history, but I feel like for the first time in a long time, the final was actually occupied by somebody who was, I think, in his 30s.
Wow.
And then me, who was 28.
That's just mad.
So, basically 2 young high handicappers, right? We've got no excuses of playing, proper bad golf.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, it felt like a proper competition because
yeah, it's supposed to.
This guy, he's 30, I think he's probably 37, 38 maybe, he's quite tall. Brand new clubs, everything, and look, and has quite a good swing actually. Hits it like bombs his driver. It doesn't always go straight. 26 handicap, but when it goes straight, it's 280, even 300 yards.
Okay, fair enough.
He was playing really well that day, and again, I'm glad that he played well as well. I'm happy that I played well as well. But again, this guy should not be a 26 handicapper, and I was, So at the start of this is the thing as well. At the start of the season, this is the competition started in May, right? So there's obviously various stages. Where first round, second round, third round, fourth round, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then the final. Now September, end of the season. So I started. It's a competition open for 19 plus handicaps.
Yeah.
And at the time, I think I was a 20 handicap. I'm now a 17 handicap. So obviously, I've lost essentially in my course 3 shots over the course of the summer, and he was 26 all along. So I don't know what's going on. How do you?
I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't know. I genuinely think it's a bit unfair how the system works.
I know
for our handicap level. I mean, obviously, the lower you go, then it's fair enough. It works perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there is some room for adjustments in on that stage of handicaps.
Yeah,
the higher handicaps.
But it's kind of funny though because I often play with sort of low handicappers, right? And they obviously have to give me shots.
Yeah, and
finally we're on the other side of the table.
They hate giving us shots.
They hate giving us shots.
Like
don't
they genuinely, they're like, oh, like we played on Sunday.
Yeah.
At Centurion Club.
Yeah.
It was incredible. We had a great time. We went in. It was me, Chenji, his friend Jin that got us on the course, and my cousin Theo. We had the best time.
Fantastic time.
We had lunch before. We had drinks after. The course was amazing. It was nice. The greens were absolutely rapid. I was actually playing decent.
Yeah, you played.
There's a vlog coming. I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
There's a vlog coming. I finished it last night.
Oh yes.
Right, I finished the vlog last night. There's Shot Tracer.
No way.
There is.
Oh my gosh.
Shot Tracer almost killed me.
I know it's a very dodgy app.
No. I paid for the professional. It's like £90 a year.
Are you joking?
No, it's like the professional program. It's like writing code. It is so difficult. Like once you get into it and you learn how to use it, then it's like, oh, you're gonna go there and you're gonna go here.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
But like shot angles. Remember I was telling you, like, make sure you get it on the back, on the side, blah, blah, blah. You were zooming in.
Oh, no.
And because you were zooming in, the line was like going like all crazy. You on stage, I was like, why? I didn't even think to tell you, don't zoom in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because you so, in my mind, it's obvious, like, don't zoom in. Just leave it there. Hold it as steady as possible, right? But you were zooming in and obviously the camera's shaky and the line's going like this. And then I had people walking in front of the shot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, I've managed to do it. Nice. I promise you, listen to me. When you see the video, it does not look perfect. But compared to what it was, it is the best I could have possibly done. For the past 2 nights, I spent a total of like 6 hours to do 8 clips.
Oh my gosh.
On Shot Tracer. It took me ages. So appreciate what I've done. It's not the best vlog you've ever seen in golf.
Hey, this is the first time for everything, right?
Yeah, it's not every shot, and we're not planning on showing you every single shot because for many reasons. One, showing you every single shot of two high handicappers is going to take, it's going to be an hour and a half a clip. Second, we're not that great. Like, we've got some good shots in our game, you know, and we're not going to show you every single good shot, every single bad shot. Not every single bad shot. Why would you want to see crappy shots?
No.
Why would you want to see mediocre shots?
I disagree because, you know, most golfers are like us, right?
Yes. But it's when you actually start to edit it and you see the clips and how they're laid out, like when you watch the vlog, I don't know if it, like the way the video is structured, the best bit is there's a start, there's a middle, and there's an end. Mm-hmm. That's fine, yeah? There's like talking in between, the shots, there's everything a golf video should have. Mm. The problem is, the clips that I show of us playing golf, they're not like full clips of shot 1, shot 2, shot 3, shot 4, putt or 2 putt. He's not like that because we didn't record everything. No. We recorded a few bits and bobs. So I'm just like using the best footage I have to get like a.
Oh, you're making a movie.
No. It's an 11-minute video. I genuinely think
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I genuinely think it's actually a pretty decent video for first go.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of room for improvement. I've made some purchases, which most of them are coming on Monday. One of them has actually arrived, and I have it with me.
Ooh. Do you know what time it is then?
What time is it, Chenji? So,
drum roll.
I told Chenji I bought something.
You did.
It's golf related.
2 weeks ago, I think already.
No.
Almost.
No, I bought it 2 weeks ago. Came the other day.
Yeah.
I said to Chenji, I bought something. It's golf related, but I don't think it's good enough for the podcast. And he was like, "Mate, if it's golf related, just get it on." Okay, I've been wanting to buy this for a very long time, and I couldn't. What's the word? I couldn't justify it, but now I can.
Absolutely.
Let's
go.
Chenji, you can open this.
All right.
But just don't look at the label. Just look. I've opened it, and I've done it easy for you to.
There we go. Ooh,
so
it's very heavy actually.
Yeah, it is.
It's like one. It's like one big heavy piece of something.
One big heavy piece of something.
Don't tell me it's a drone. I think it's gonna be a drone, isn't it? Don't tell me it's gonna be a drone. It's a drone. I knew it.
Oh my God! What have I done?
I knew it.
I haven't even opened it yet.
I don't know why. It just literally, I didn't read the label, by the way.
No.
It literally just occurred to me.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my gosh, it's a drone.
It's a drone.
It's a drone.
So I bought a drone so that we can step up our after one video, we can step up our YouTube game. We are going to
straight from China.
Yeah, there you go. We are going to try and record more videos. To be fair, they're a lot of fun, but as we are doing videos, we're realizing a couple of things. Number one, it's difficult to film every single shot for two people because even if you're using two cameras, we're like literally recording each other. And if one's on the left, if one hooks it and the other slices it,
again,
which is what happened on.
It'd be
Sunday.
Much better if we like play actually good golf and we get to hit it down the middle every single time. The reality is that I slice it, you hook it, and see you later, alligator.
What would be good is if we had like somebody helping us and like recording and running back and forward between me and you. But that's we're not quite there yet. But so I thought I get this. Do you know what else I got with this? I got a drone license.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh!
So they advise you to have a drone license, and me because I like to be above board and following the rules and everything.
Of course you do.
I googled. It was like a Sunday morning. I woke up. It was
you had to take a test, don't you?
Yeah. So I took like a theory test.
Oh my gosh!
And to be fair, it was like 40 questions. You pay £9.
That's a lot of questions, actually.
Yeah, it really is, and you have to get 30 to pass, and I got 35.
Nice.
And most of them are common sense, and I get why they do it. And even if they're not common sense, you can just Google the answers.
Yeah.
And yes, you pass the test, but you've Googled the answer. Now you know
what's going on.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I've got all the apps for the maps that I'm allowed to go to do. But now I'm thinking, if I want to use it, let's say at your club, do I just get up and use it, or do I need permission?
I'll ask for permission. I think over the winter, winter has come, right?
Oh no, in the rain, I can't imagine.
No. I mean, on a clear day, obviously, on a clear day.
Right.
Right. I think a lot of people stop golfing, so it's not going to be as busy as the summer, right? We just pick a nice little, afternoon, sunny day.
Okay.
And
that's fine.
Shoot some content.
Yeah. Okay. So that is silly purchases of the week.
Silly purchases of the week. Silly purchases of the week.
Tell you what, I'm impressed that I knew it was a drone.
I'm not. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, you know what we're like. I got some other couple of bits, but they're nowhere near as cool as a drone. Yeah. It's just a camera gear and like a tripod and all that kind of stuff.
There we go.
But yeah, I am trying to step. Oh, I've got like a microphones that we can wear, so you can.
Oh, fantastic!
Because the
look
sound.
How professional are we
mate,
going.
listen, I don't like. I don't. If I'm going to do something, I like to do it properly.
Absolutely.
No matter how. What's the word? Like whatever the benefits are out of it. If we're here, I want the best sound. I want the best quality of everything. I don't.
I mean, I tell
like
you what. You look at this setup that we have now, and you look at about 11 weeks ago, 12 weeks ago.
Yeah.
How far we've come.
Yeah, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger, right?
Absolutely, it's going to get better. It's going to get bigger. There's going to be a lot of video content, about a lot of vlogs.
Yeah, because I've got some experience in this kind of field. I don't want to half-ass it. If I'm going to half do a job, I'd rather just not do it. So that's why I'm doing all these bits and bobs. Thankfully I already have most of this equipment, so it's easy for us to kind of do. But it's just like bits and bobs here and there. I need upgrading, or I need this, I need that, because you're like I used to shoot gaming videos, right? It's a bit different than shooting. You're literally in front of a computer playing games. Now you're literally outside playing in the rain.
Yeah.
So you need to kind of think about that, and I just want to give the best product that I can give on the internet. That's all it is.
Well, I'll tell you what, now that we've got all the video gear, we need to start shooting more content in the winter, in the miserable weather, so people can look at us and be like those, ha.
Yeah, I think we've got no choice now. So.
Or just be like those funny videos and be like what not to do, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
all right. Yeah, I mean, I'm down. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Like, why do we do this?
I'm genuinely excited for you to see the vlog. So vlog coming soon.
I literally couldn't wait.
No, actually, I'm gonna go as far as to say the vlog is now live, because when this episode comes, the vlog will be on our YouTube channel.
Fantastic.
So go to our YouTube channel, Rice and Slice Podcast, and the Centurion, our first ever Centurion Club visit. Well, my first, Chenji second. There's a vlog there. Please go watch it, like, subscribe, comment. Like I said, it's not the best of golf vlogs, but I promise you they are going to get really, really good.
I tell you what,
very cinematic, very everything. I promise.
It's a good course to have your first vlog on.
It's a very good course. Very, very good course. We all loved it. Steyo loved it. Everybody was happy. It was actually quite easy to get to, like a lot easier than I expected. Because normally we drive like 45 minutes to an hour to get to a course anyway. So driving an hour and 15 minutes.
Cosby.
Speaking of Cosby, moving on.
Okay.
On Tuesday,
oh no,
we went and played at a course that Steyo kept begging me to play for ages. It's called Ullerstub Golf Club.
Where's that?
It's literally 2 minutes from Cosby.
All right. Okay.
So as you can imagine, our experience with Cosby, I don't want to go to any club anywhere in the 20-mile vicinity.
It's just
Cosby.
a drive. You drive an hour, you expect something nice, don't you?
Okay, that's exactly good. No, you're completely right. So I gave in after the Sherwood Forest fiasco that we had 2 weeks ago. He was like, "Yeah, now you're going to Ullersop." After I came to Sherwood Forest. By the way, stay tuned. I have some Sherwood Forest news.
Oh yes.
So
okay.
We go to Ullersop.
Yeah.
£30 a round.
Okay.
The weather was actually perfect for golf.
Yeah.
Without exaggerating, it was probably one of the best courses I've played.
No way.
In a very long time.
Oh my God.
Take Centurion out. Yeah. Value for money.
Yeah.
Course
Fantastic.
conditions.
Fantastic.
Just everything, like the whole everything. £30.
Was it like a Parkland course?
Yes.
Okay.
It was an incredible course. There was like it's a short course, so there was like 4 or 5 holes where you could drive the green, so you have a lot of fun doing that. There's other holes where it's like very tricky. You have to shot shape, and there's like water where there's not supposed to be water. Like so it eliminates your drive and your hybrid, so you have to lay up kind of thing. I cannot wait to take you to this course. You're gonna have so much fun. £30. They're building like a brand new driving range. So the only thing that they don't have a driving range, they have a chipping area. They have a really nice like putting area with like azaleas around the putting. Mate, it's beautiful. The people were lovely. We're actually going again on Tuesday.
fantastic.
We had such a good time when we went.
Oh, we need to go then.
Yeah, it was great value for money. The course was amazing. The greens are very weird. I don't know how to explain this. I've never seen this before. So the greens is like a normal green. I don't even know how to explain it. Can you pass me that paper and that pen? I need to draw it because I don't know how else to explain it. Maybe you'll be better at explaining it. So the greens, they were all like this.
Oh, right, like, unevenly shaped.
Very unevenly shaped, right?
That looks like a
mushroom.
Yeah.
It looks like it's like a mushroom shaped green, right? So you got like the trunk and then all of that around. And the best bit is they use the big part in the winter, in the summer, and they use this as like the winter green.
Oh, right. The small one.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
But there was a couple of greens where the pin position was like right where it was not supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it was not where it's not supposed to be. It's just very difficult. Like you had like literally.
Was it undulating as well?
Yeah, they did punch them. They did irrigation, but I expected that. It was nowhere near as bad as Sherwood Forest.
Your irrigation word for everything.
I know. Yeah, well, yeah. That is the only greenkeeping term that I know. It's when they do the holes on the greens. It's that time of year.
Everything is irrigation.
Yeah, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't. Like it was completely fine. They were still fast.
That's brilliant.
Nowhere near as bad as Sherwood Forest, but yeah, it was.
Right, speaking of Sherwood Forest, go on then. So just to recap from last episode, Sherwood Forest, a very famous golf course in the UK. I think quite highly ranked as well in Nottinghamshire.
Very, very highly ranked.
Quite expensive if you're not a member there as well. I think how much do you have to pay?
£100.
£100, right? And he was quite excited. It was on his list.
Very
to play.
excited.
Very very top on his list to play actually because it wasn't very far away. He goes there. And please watch his TikTok video on Theodoros Kalopedes, and in his 1 minute golf review, it's actually quite funny. But in one sentence, it was crap.
We had a terrible time playing at Sherwood Forest, right? And I posted this 1 minute golf course review. It was the first ever. Actually, thankfully, Sherwood Forest it was the idea behind doing a 1 minute golf course review because I was like, this is so bad, I need to do something. So anyway, I posted the TikTok, thinking nothing of it. It blew up. In 24 hours, I got like 80,000
Got loads of views,
There's loads of likes.
And loads of comments as well.
As it stands on like nearly 6,000 likes. Anyway, that's not the point. The point was the comments in the video. 95% of the people were actually on my side saying, oh, this is so bad. I'm going to read a couple of comments, right?
Yeah, go on.
So one, Tom Roberts, golf, he says, you've been mugged off. That sort of stuff needs to be disclaimed on website phone. It happened to me where I've gone to a course and paid £80. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm glad, because when you post videos like this, you're not sure if the people are going to like it and hate it, if they're going to like, stop complaining. You can afford to play at a course.
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah, where you're like, oh, you can afford to play at a course at £100, then stop complaining, blah, blah, blah. But that's not the point. It's not the point about affording to play at a certain course. I cannot afford to play at that course, but I wanted to play for so long. I've put it off for so long that I'm like, okay, finally I'm going to go here and then go there and get ripped off like that. It's just not on. Anyway, £100 for that, not acceptable. I'd be fuming if I played £100 for that. And it's just most. There was one guy that says I was pretty disappointed with Sherwood Forest too. Glad I'm not the only one. But yeah, there was a lot of there was a lot of comments saying, you're right, and there was loads of comments saying you should email them. Chenji was like, you should email them. So I've never done this before. I've emailed them. I think I emailed them on Sunday on the way to.
Because you're clearly not a Karen, and we've made you a Karen.
Yeah, you've turned me into this bad guy. So on Sunday on the way to Centurion Club, when I was as a passenger, I just wrote this email.
Yeah.
So shall I read the whole email?
Go on.
Do you want to?
Yes, please.
Okay. I think it's a very. I'll just read the email. So when arriving. When arriving, I went to the driving range. No, that's not.
This feels like an essay.
It is. But it's. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it properly. I don't want to be like, I didn't like your course. Conditions were crap. Give me my money back.
Yeah,
That's not what I wanted, right? So I wanted to give a specific reason.
Because
I'm in the
this
food
guy
business.
goes 120%.
No, because I'm in the food business. I know what it's like to get a complaint.
Yeah.
And there's a right way of doing it, and there's a wrong way of doing it. I think I've done it the right way.
Absolutely.
So, hello there. I'm not normally one to complain, but your club has been on top of my list to play for the last 2 years. Finally, I got a chance to play on Tuesday on the 30th of September, and underwhelming would not even begin to explain our round. I called a week prior to book the round over the phone. I specifically asked the pro over the phone how the greens were. Are they fast? Are they slow? Are you doing irrigation? He said that they were perfectly fine, so I booked the round and paid the deposit over the phone. When arriving, I went to the driving range, which was completely fine, and then I had a put on your putting green. Starting to play, I'm still trying to understand how you can charge £100 for a round of golf with conditions like that. The greens were absolutely shocking. Only two greens were good, in brackets 17th and 18th, if I'm not mistaken. All of the greens were full of deep lines and irrigation, patchy and terrible to play on. I don't mind irrigation. I fully understand how that is part of the greenkeeping duties and how important it is. But when I've called in advance and specifically asked how the greens were, and the gentleman said that they were perfectly fine, and then I feel taken advantage of. At least let me know how the conditions were and change. Sorry, I've lost it. At least let me know how the conditions were and charge less than full price like any other club would do.
Or you just, change,
Yeah, or I just played a couple of weeks.
Exactly.
I was going to have a word with the pro after our round, but when I walked into the pro shop, there was a couple of people in there having a lesson, and I didn't want to disturb the lesson. I hope you can get back to me with a reasonable reason why the information that I got given was wrong. Thank you, Theo.
Great. I think
that's a very
that's right, because you're
email.
not complaining about how expensive it is. You're complaining that I've called in advance and I've asked about the question why did I got lied to, because you were told a lie. Because if they told you, if they were being honest, right, you would have asked them, okay, so are they still fast and everything, and then they would have said, okay, yeah, even though we're punching the greens, but they're still rolling quite true, and then we're also going to give you a £20 discount. You would have played that day.
Oh my god!
And if he said,
I would have been like completely different.
amazing, different
not review, but
expectation going in.
Yeah, it's just
and then
mindset.
If they said, it's going to be quite slow, you might feel affected, but happy to reschedule into another time.
Yep.
You would have said, fantastic. I'm going. Can I play 2 weeks later?
Right. So I sent that email in thinking I'm not going to get reply because you told me that you applied for membership and they didn't even get back to you. So I'm like, oh no, that's not. It's never going to happen. I'm never going to get an email. On Tuesday, 2 days later, they emailed me back.
Oh, nice.
So the general manager of Sherwood Forest emailed me back, and I'm like, I was playing golf with Stego on that time, and I was like dreading opening it, thinking they're either going to be really nice or really horrible to me. So I open it. Hi Theo, I can only apologise that your recent visit to Sherwood Forest did not transpire as planned. Our greenkeeper did make a snap decision to treat the greens on Monday, as he could see the window for work closing rapidly in front of him. He was correct in his actions, but did not forward front of house staff that the actions would be as drastic as they were. What's that word?
Recompense.
As recompense for what you had to endure, please let me have a home address and I will send you a voucher for a free round of golf for 4 players. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's
Thank you. Thank you for getting back to me. Thank you for letting me know. It doesn't change the fact that I did not try and get anything out of it. All I wanted to just explain to me why this happened, or just change it for the future. Let your staff know to let the people know. That's all you need to do. I'm not here looking for free rounds. I'm not here trying to get my money back. I would happily pay £100, which we did a week later. We paid £150 to play at Centurion Club, and it was worth the £150.
It was easily worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, it's thank you very much, Sherwood. I look forward to going back. Maybe we could go with some listeners.
Absolutely, yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But I think I might save it for next year when, the
weather's nicer.
When the weather's nicer.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because now it's just starting to get bad. So that is it. Sherwood Forest. Well, thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
but,
I think that's a good.
You didn't have to do that.
It's a good explanation as well to know what's going on, because it doesn't feel nice to be lied to, right? Why would they do that, right? But now we know that it was a snap decision from the greenkeeper, and I suppose it was quite drastic because they looked pretty bad, didn't they?
Bad.
Just again, go check out the video on his TikTok. And are you going to post anywhere else about that video?
I could no.
Just go to his TikTok, check out the video, and see what you think.
I think it's pinned.
Yeah.
Just go check it out at Theodorus Kalopidis. Go see.
I've never seen those greens that bad.
Just go. It sounds bad. Just go see the video, and then you'll be like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, this is not being a Karen. Watch the video.
No. That's definitely not it. Yeah. Anything you want to talk about?
Well, it's a good result.
Yeah, very good result. I'm very happy, and I'm just glad they got back to me so quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So fair enough.
Well, to be fair, if you think about it, most people are nice, aren't they?
Most people are nice, but you find in the golf community, some golf clubs can be very pretentious. and they can be a bit snobby, which is not very nice. So we try and break down that wall, don't we?
Absolutely. Well, I think this is what this podcast is for, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to grow the game as well.
Yeah, doesn't matter how good, how bad you are, we want you to play.
When did you start playing golf?
Properly 2 years ago.
Same.
I just after like the first lockdown, which a lot of people started, I thought, why not? Let's just get back up there.
I mean, I don't know, what golf is like in Cyprus when you grew up, or
golf doesn't exist in Cyprus. It's that simple.
Yeah, but I grew up in China, right? And in China, it's golf. It's for the elite of the elite.
Yeah.
Right? We're not even talking about snobbery. You can't even get in.
Yeah.
Right. So unless you have millions and millions and millions of pounds.
Right.
And so golf to me was just like the sport for like rich people to socialize all this time. And then I moved to the UK, about 3 years back. And you've got the driving range, cheapest chips.
Yeah.
You've got like, pitch and putt, courses, which is very easy for you just to get started on. 9-hole courses, very cheapest chips as well.
Yep.
And then you start, there's thousands and thousands of courses in the UK. There's a proper golf culture. Everything is DIY. In China, basically you do nothing. You show up at the clubhouse. Somebody will come out like a caddy, will drop your bag off, either on the practice range or, on the first tee. And then there'll be a caddy carrying everything. And then you just kind of you just kind of walk around and gamble with your friends. But over here,
but that's not really what golf is about.
No, but I mean, it's for some people, for certain, in certain countries, this is what golf is about.
Right.
But in the UK, we've got that, golf as a sport culture.
Yes.
Right. Just like any other sport, you take all the gear. You purchase all the gear. You have to wash all the gear yourself. You have to take care of them all yourself.
You have to carry it.
You have to carry it yourself. Most people in this country, we carry our bags, right, or put them in a trolley.
I mean, we don't have any. What's the word? There's no caddies.
Yeah,
anywhere.
There are caddies only in certain courses, right? But it's quite rare. It's quite rare. And it's like when you have friends when I have friends coming over from from China or Singapore, for example, they get surprised when they have to carry their bags
to the first tee
or you have to either borrow a trolley, and there's not even an offer of a cart like a buggy, right? Because guess what, the courses here, when they were built, they didn't build cart paths. You're supposed to walk the course and enjoy the walk.
Yeah, you're
right. And so, in certain conditions, it's not safe for the course to drive a buggy with 4 wheels and heavy on the courses. But in Asia, most places in Florida as well, they build the courses, with a buggy path designed, so because people will drive a cart to play around. But in here, it's designed to walk. It's designed to be for fitness as well.
Which is not a bad thing.
It's a great culture.
It's another thing as well, because I follow a lot of meme pages like on Instagram and TikTok and everything. And like 99% of the meme pages, they're American. And I've noticed the way we play golf in England and the way Americans play golf in America, it's so different. But correct me if I'm wrong. Have you ever played in America?
I've never. I've lived there for 8 years, but I've never played.
So in America, or if you probably know this, it's all about getting high and getting drunk.
Yeah.
That I think, right? They don't care about how they score. They don't care about playing golf properly, how it's supposed to be played. In England, all we care about is just beating whoever we're playing, beating the course, playing as well as we can. How far do I hit my drives? How far do I hit my irons? Can I flop this, tree? We take it very seriously, I feel. That's right?
Absolutely, right? Yeah. And to be fair, when I first started playing golf, I was bringing the beers and all of that.
You were?
I was,
and the first time I had a beer was with Chenji on the golf course. And I was like, this is so weird. Like, I don't want to get drunk while playing golf.
I know, but
I don't want to be even like, I want my head to be focused. I don't want to be like...
Because, I was following these PGA Tour web, Instagram and watching American golfers, watching American YouTubers.
I don't mind it if I'm on holiday.
So, I know, but like... Yeah, so I was like, golf is like, for socializing, for just having a good time. But then as I started to slowly get better at the game and wanting to play better golf, I'm just like, right, that booze is now
water,
a bottle of water.
It's like a Red Bull can. It's mad. We take it very seriously.
Very serious.
And I've caught myself analyzing your swing and my swing on the shot tracer. I've watched your swing and my swing so many times over the past 2 nights trying to do this vlog thing. It's amazing. We take everything to to like extremes. Like we want to get so like every little thing we want to try and fix.
Who's got a better swing?
We're very close. My swing, I'll tell you something about my swing.
Go on.
So my swing, it feels a lot different than what it looks.
Really?
So when I swing the club,
Yeah.
I genuinely this is so weird. So the past two times that
swing
I played,
thoughts.
swing thoughts. So the past 2 times that I played golf, I've changed my my alignment with my stance, right? And it's actually helped me, as you saw, it helped me so much with my irons, with my hybrid. It's just going straight. It's just going far, and I'm like, this is amazing. And I feel like I can like fully swing the club, and I don't need to slow down. I don't need to like just perfect. So far, so good, right? It genuinely feels. I'm not. This is gonna sound so bad, man. I feel like Bryson DeChambeau when I swing the club. I genuinely.
I tell you what, though, it shows. It does show.
Listen. So when I'm like on the downswing, and as soon as I make contact and I see that ball go straight, in my mind, like there's like these. I don't even know what the word is called. That is like this adrenaline just going through my body. I'm like, oh my god.
If only you knew how to club twirl.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like there's like a butterflies in my stomach. Like I can't believe I just pulled off a shot, exactly the same as the one before. Straight, far, long, happy. Yeah. And and everyone's behind me like, oh my god, great shot, good shot, good shot. And I'm like, and the way that I'm hitting the ball, and my swing, I feel like it's Bryson DeChambeau's swing. When I look at it, it is definitely not Bryson DeChambeau's swing.
I do think, though, your follow-through is similar to Bryson.
I feel like that's another
Like
bad thing about watching yourself back. You overanalyze things, right? And that's not good. Like, you're swinging it well, you're hitting it well, it's going far, just stick to what it is. But when I'm looking at my swing, I feel like my arms come up a lot higher than what they're supposed to. They're supposed to be like, along with my shoulder, but they're over my shoulder. That's one thing. Second thing, for some reason, I over-rotate, and my ankle, my right ankle, when it twists, like it over-twists, and I'm like, why am I doing that? And I don't even know I'm doing that until I watch back. And it's I'm just happy it's going to where it's supposed to go, really. So I'm just going to stick to that for now, and then aesthetically, it could be nicer. It could look a little bit nicer, but it's going straight, it's going far. I'm happy.
It's gone very far. I mean, hopefully you can include that in the blog as well.
Yeah.
That absolute bomb of a drive you've done on the 18th.
Why
not?
It's not on there because the sound is really bad.
Ah.
And you started recording me on my backswing.
I know, you were like, no, because this is the thing, right? Theo is actually quite slow on the tee box.
I am.
He practices one swing.
Yeah.
And then, he goes on to he sets himself up.
Yeah.
Maybe does another one, sometimes not, but, sometimes does another one.
I know I'm slow as well.
Yeah.
So I'm trying. So whenever I feel like people are watching
I take my time in terms of recording.
Yeah, that's fine.
And who knows, on this, and it's his first, bearing in mind, it's his first time taking out a driver, I'd be thinking, right, this guy's going to take 10 different practice swings, right?
We were on the 17th,
18th,
right?
18th.
Was it the 18th?
It was the last hole.
We were on the 18th.
Yeah. It was a par 5.
It was a par 5, and everyone was like, I've been hitting my 4 hybrid all day. And
he's been hitting his hybrid
smoking
260, 70 yards.
No, he's not that much, like 240 yards. And I'm like, why do you want to get driver and risk going left or right? My hybrid is working fine. So everyone's like, oh, just get driver, just get driver.
And he brings out the driver.
So on the 18th, I'm like, you know what? We can't win the match. We can only draw it.
Yeah.
I've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
I'll just get driver.
Yeah.
And then
so I take my sweet time because I know he's going to take like 10 practice shots, right? And then literally doesn't even take a practice shot and smacks it, right? And then that's when I start recording it on his backswing.
Yeah.
And he hits it like the straightest bullet I've ever seen, right? It wasn't a bullet even. It was just a very good, high, straight shot. And it went at least 320 yards.
It went far. And then on the second shot, I lost it in the water.
No, wait, I thought you... Was it actually in the water?
Yeah, it was. Oh wait, no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. You found it.
Yeah,
we
sorry,
thought it was going. We thought it
Yeah,
went into the water, but it didn't.
A yard before the water, and then I tried to flop it, and it barely made it over the water. Anyway.
Oh no,
but yeah. So tomorrow I will
actually smacked it.
When we play together, I will be trying to attempt. To be fair, I was using driver on Tuesday, and I was hitting it fine.
Great.
But the course, I could use driver because it was very open. And yes, there was loads of trees, but there wasn't like any bushes or anything like that. So even if you went like anywhere near a tree, I still had a shot. So that's where that's just course management in my opinion.
Absolutely, I think we're getting better than that.
That's,
remember when we first
it's only
started?
going to get better year by year.
When we first started playing, we were both like 22 handicaps, right?
Yeah.
Course management was the last thing in our
Yeah,
heads.
we just wanted to get it as far as
we were
possible.
grabbing a driver on every single
Yes.
tee box with a
Yes.
par 4, par 5. Sometimes a par 3 as well.
Depending on the wind.
And then when it came to around the greens, it's a 60-degree lob wedge.
Yes.
Now we rarely take out
8, 9 pitching, sand wedge, 60 degrees. So from one club, now we've got 5 in our arsenal.
Exactly.
That, it could vary depending on lie, depending on, what's in front of us. It's actually amazing if you think about it.
I mean, I
like
think that's
we are
why-
progressing.
We are, and that's why
So-
we're like 17, 18 handicaps now, aren't we?
Yes, we are. But I always feel like we should be better than what we were. Like, we should be like 14, 15 in my opinion.
Okay.
With the amount of golf that we play and the different types of courses, like we should be off scratch. Like, we play a lot of golf,
True.
Chenji,
True.
right?
Right, true.
So we should be a lot better than what we are. But we are on the right path.
We're just a bit dumb, aren't we?
I don't think we're dumb. It's just, look, and you can agree with this, and I don't mind saying this. If my putting, he almost choked on his coffee. My putting, without exaggeration, right? If I'm shooting an average,
Oh, I know.
let's say of 91
Yeah.
on average, it could be 88, it could be 94. If I'm shooting an average of 91, how many shots do you think I lose from that 91 just on my crap putting?
5,
No,
8,
no,
10,
no.
12.
Maybe, I think it's between 10 and 15 shots. The amount of 3 puts
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and the
of course.
amount of 3-footers that I miss.
Mate, that means you're a scratch player, basically. 5 handicap.
My driving is very good. My irons are
Yeah.
good. I'm happy with my short game.
Yeah.
My putting is so bad.
Yeah.
I look so bad. Like, I grip my putter so low.
No, but it's like my friend Jin said as well.
Yeah,
you need to get yourself a shorter putter.
No, mate, I don't need a new putter. I need.
You needed a lesson.
I need a lesson.
That's the second time this sentence came about.
Yeah, I need a lesson. And I'm Googling and I'm trying to find like the best, not the best possible lesson. I want a proper lesson. I don't want to go to just a random pro and be like, oh yeah, I want to be assessed. I want to be measured. I want to be everything, right? So I found this guy. It's at Woburn. No, it's not. Theo something. He's like number 1. Anyway, I'm not going to go to him because he's stupid. Like, he's so expensive. He doesn't even say how much it is on his website. That's
when you know.
That's when you know. But I'm not going to go to him. But I'm trying to find like a proper
Again,
putting
Theo
coach.
always goes 120%. If he wants something done, he'll get the best. Like,
Yes. Yeah, it's because I feel like I put so much time and effort into my golf. Like, so many sacrifices, family, work, everything, money. If I'm going to be playing golf and there's something that needs fixing, I'm going to fix it. But I'm not going to go to just anybody to fix it. I need proper help. Help. I need help.
I mean,
my putting is so bad. The amount of 3 puts I have, the amount of like 3-4 putters that 3-4 footers that I miss, that just silly putts that I miss. My green reading is terrible. Like, there's times where on Tuesday I was playing with Stego and I was like, oh, this looks like a cup to the right, and he's like, mate, it's 3 yards to the left, and I'm like, what are we reading? What are we looking at?
Yeah.
Like, how am I so off?
Yeah.
So I need help, professional help. Let me know where I should go for putting lessons,
I think
please.
for our professional, like, pro golfer listeners, right? Please send us some recommendations.
Comment or message us on TikTok or Instagram.
Putting.
Let me know where I should go for putting lessons.
Like, where we should go for putting lessons.
Your putting is bad, but it's nowhere near as bad as mine. You just need to have a bit more feel. Like, you either overhit it or underhit it. Your line is okay. It's just, I think it's just your pace is not great.
My short putts are horrible. Like, anything within 5, like 5 foot, I'm still missing it.
Yeah, but compared to me, I'm like, yeah, you're actually okay. Stego, he doesn't hit it far, he doesn't hit it long, his swing is horrible, but he catches up with me on putting.
Oh, absolutely, he's a good putter.
Yeah, he's a very good putter. If my putting was as good as his, I think I could be like a single digit handicap.
But you see, this is the problem as well, right? Like, how are we very good around the greens with the chip? Like, literally, sometimes I feel I'd hit more. Like, I'd be holding more putts by using my like 52 degree instead.
100%.
No, because when I'm around the green, so many times,
Yeah.
right? I basically just chip my ball right to within 3 foot of the hole.
And then you don't put
so
it,
many times.
Right.
But when I'm basically this equal, like
Sorry.
an equal distance, and I'm using my putter on the green, right? I don't make it anywhere near 3 foot. 3 foot.
Okay, wait. I think we got a bit lost in the
No.
translation.
So
if you're outside the green,
if I have 20 foot to the hole, right? But I'm
on the
just
edge,
on the fringe,
on the
just
fringe.
on the fringe.
Yeah.
And I use my either 48 or 54 degree wedge, and I chip it. I can
Get
5
it
out of
quite
10
close.
times
Yes,
get it
yes,
to within like 5 foot, 3 foot.
What I thought you meant was when you do chip it to 5 feet or 3 feet, you don't even bother going to the bag and getting the putter, and you just put it with your wedge.
Oh no! I meant like.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
if for the same 20 foot, distance.
Yes,
If
I agree.
if I'm on the green
And
I'm using my putter.
yes, I agree.
That maybe 3 out of 10 times I get it within.
Yeah.
4.
That's a
3 to
good,
5
that's,
foot.
That's a good point. I've never thought about that.
So how does that happen? Something is wrong with our putting, isn't it?
Yes. There's back to the wedge. What you said. Every time I put with the wedge, I never miss. Ever. I don't know if it's because of the pressure, because I know it doesn't mean anything, so I just put it just for the crack, and I never miss. So I don't know if I don't know. I need lessons on putting. If I can fix my putting, which that's my aim for next season. Keep my driving, my irons, my short game the same, a little bit better. Obviously, when I get better, my putting, if that catches up with everything else, mate, I'm playing that on the 150th Open, 151st Open.
Well, I think to be honest, we are hitting greens. Our putting's abysmal.
Yes.
If we get a couple of good putting lessons, start learning how to read the greens, start learning about pace control,
I agree.
We'll be single digits quite quick.
Yes. I tried to. I signed up for Aim Point. Have you heard of Aim Point?
No.
So have you ever noticed professionals when they're standing to reading putting, they put like their fingers up?
Oh yes, of course, yeah.
And they kind of.
Oh, Max Homer, he loves doing that.
Yeah. And what's his name? Bryson DeChambeau
Yeah.
uses like the same method.
Yeah.
And I've paid $50 for this course, shall we say?
Yeah.
And I've watched the entirety of the whole video and like all the lessons, and I still have no idea what they're talking about. I have no idea. And they're explaining it, and I'm like, what? I genuinely couldn't even tell you what aim point is. So basically what it is trying to find, there's no point even trying to explain it. I have no idea. And I've sat there and watched the whole thing.
If any listeners know what it is, please explain it to Theo.
It's how can I explain it? Is the hole is, let's say, 10 yards away. You're here and the hole is here, and you basically do some sort of calculation to know that if you hit it 3 yards, so to calculate where the straight put is. So if there's like a 4-degree degree break, you know that you need to go 4 degrees. Is if you do some quick maths, you need to be 3 yards to the right, and then that's your 4-degree break.
You need to aim for the break.
Yes, and then it straightens out, and
then
let physics do the rest.
Let the break do its job, basically.
But I couldn't understand what they were talking about degrees, about breaks. It's just one of those things. It's like card counting. Once you get, obviously, I don't know how to card count, but I've tried over lockdown because I've had nothing else to do, and then I ended up in golf. So it's once you get that equation in your brain, and it's like you get the what's the word, like the mathematics, and you understand it in your brain, then it's easy. It's like with Shot Tracer. When I first saw it, I was like struggling, but then once you fully understand how this does this and that does that, then you know exactly where to go from there.
Yeah.
It's just practice. So, but what I need a one-on-one lesson, either with like Aim Point or like a proper good like putting coach. And I think I'd be completely fine. So that's my 2023.
I think we've, at the end of it's the end of the 2022 season. I think we're making our goals for the 2023 season. And I think number one priority is to get our putting together.
Yes. I don't want to be longer. I'm long enough. Genuinely, like I don't want any more distance. Any more distance will kind of tarnish my game in a way. I'm happy with where I am. Chipping, I'm happy. Like I said, putting is so bad, man. And it's just letting me down.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Next season, I think we can be single digits. Let's hope so.
Right. Anything else you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
Mate, I have a whole list of things, but I want to ask you before.
No, I mean, to be fair, we can talk about golf all day long, can't we? I mean, but what do our listeners want us to talk about? We can talk
Probably golf. Probably golf.
No, I know about golf, but we can talk about with right now the President's Cup. We can talk about that's. To be fair, speaking of Max Homer as well, he made 2 absolute clutch putts to win that match, the last match. He was so
at the
good.
President's Cup.
Yeah, did you watch it
Yes,
yesterday?
no, not everything. I didn't watch everything. I tried to watch it last night, but it finished. It finished quite early.
I finished I think 11 p.m.
Yeah,
UK time.
and that's what the time that I normally sit down to watch golf.
Oh my gosh, seriously! I was there. I mean, I think I started basically. I started watching when everybody finished the front 9, and just started watching the back 9 again. Patrick Cantley and Xander Schauffele, they were just unbeatable. Literally, they've won 6-5 yesterday against Matsuyama and Adam Scott, and today they won 5-4 or something like that, right? Just incredible. And then but the important thing is, so the international team, they were having some absolute clutch. They had some absolute clutch holes, right? Like Sung Jae-im. Right,
Yeah,
he holed out a chip, around the greens on I think it was the 14th or 15th on a par 3. He didn't make the green, but he chipped it in for a birdie. And then literally right after that, right, Scotty Scheffler makes a 20-footer.
Yeah, it's
Right, so tied it, and then 2 holes later, same thing again. They hold. I think it was Sanjay who held an absolutely incredible 25-footer for birdie, and then Sam Burns holds also a 20-footer for birdie to match it. So they ended up still tying, but they could have easily won. I mean, but without those putts, wow, it was just incredible. It was absolute clutch. And then Max Homer, obviously, as well. He made, he was in the last group. Everyone was looking at them. It's his first time ever playing for the President's Cup in such a team event. He was quite nervous. He said it was his dream to be on, the US team for an event like this, right? And he delivered.
Yeah,
he absolutely delivered.
Is it a President's Cup, like a Ryder Cup kind of thing?
Yeah, of course.
Is that because I've never.
No, the Ryder Cup is US and Europe, and then the President's Cup is US versus rest of the world.
So is the President's Cup happen once every year or once every 2 years?
2 years, I think.
Oh, so every year there's either the President's Cup or the Ryder Cup to kind of make it more fun, kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's the same time of year, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. End of the season. So start of the season.
I've got a question. I'm looking at the teams, and I saw the teams yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of Liv, because a lot of players have left.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, both guys. No?
Both guys, actually. Yeah, both guys.
Mate, the team for rest of the world, whatever it is, I don't know that many people compared to the USA team.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
No, I mean,
the USA team, right? Patrick Cantley.
Yeah.
Amazing. Scotty Scheffler. Amazing. Justin Thomas.
Number 1.
Yeah. Tony Finau. My boy Tony. Colin Morikawa. Jordan Spieth. Max Homer. Who else? Xander Schauffele. That's a great team.
Mm-hmm. And you pair them up as well, right?
Yeah.
Patrick Cantley and Xander Schauffele, they're really good friends off the course as well.
Chenji.
They've won Dell match play. The Zurich Classic, I think. Sorry.
Who's Sebastian Munoz?
He's actually a good Colombian player, actually.
I bet he is, obviously.
I think he's only the second ever Colombian golf player to make it to the PGA Tour.
Who's Christian
Bezoudenhout?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Christian
I'm sure you're great because you're in the team.
Yeah, he's actually not the worst ranked
I'm not
player.
saying no. Listen, I'm not saying they're terrible players.
But you just don't know them.
No. Why is Min Woo Lee not in it? Does he not qualify?
He's not in the PGA Tour.
What are you talking about? Min Woo Lee?
Yeah, Min Woo Lee. He's won the Scottish Open, and he gets to play in a bunch of PGA Tours, but he doesn't have a PGA card.
No.
Seriously.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking. He was on the Corn Ferry qualifiers a few months ago.
What?
I know. He's playing really well. He's playing all these he's playing in the Open, he's playing in the Masters, everything.
Yeah.
But he's not on the PGA Tour, mate.
No. I didn't know that.
He doesn't have a tour card.
No. Oh my God.
He's on the DP World Tour. He's got a DP World Tour card.
Oh my God. So because he's won a couple of events, he qualifies for... Wow. Okay, fair enough. But that's... How is Christian.
So the lowest ranked player in the international team, the whole
I
tournament.
thought he was like 80th in the world, Minwoo.
Yeah, but the lowest ranked, I think it's Taylor Pendrith.
Right.
I think he's Canadian, I believe, and he's ranked 80 something. And fun fact, he's the second lowest ranked player to have ever participated in a President's Cup event. It just kind of shows how Live has really affected this, right? You actually if you're a gambling man, you'd actually have to pay the bookies to gamble against the US.
It's mad. I mean, Max
to gamble for the US.
Yes.
Sorry.
Max Homer, I heard him say like he had a chip on his shoulder because because there was a lot of talk saying that the only reason he made the USA team is because a bunch of USA players left and went to Live, and that's when he went.
Which, in a sense, it is true.
Yes, right? it is. But he's held his own.
But he's delivered. He's absolutely delivered.
He came out and he won. Is it the Fortnite Cup?
Fortinet, yeah.
Fortinet Cup.
In Napa, in California.
He smashed that.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is why I'm on the team.
Danny Willett.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
Was it 3 putts?
Such a nice guy.
Oh, lovely. But
we met him in the Open.
Yes.
Such a great guy. He was incredible all weekend. But just that last on the 72nd hole. Yeah, it's so much drama. Seriously.
The interview afterwards, he was like, it is what it is. Have good days, you have bad days. It's one of those.
I would have been crying, mate.
Yeah, he was just laughing. He was like, yeah, we'll move on. Never mind.
Well, man's got a Masters anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's like, yeah, I've got a green jacket at home. I think I'll be okay. But yeah, and then Max Home, obviously, he's just smashing it.
No, seriously, like, I think right now the points are like, 8 points, 8 to 2.
Can it? Yeah. Will it, whatever happens, will they play on Sunday?
I think they will, but, whoever gets the 15 points wins. And the US is only like 7 points.
So they can do that today?
They can probably do that today, yeah.
And then tomorrow's just like a piss about, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like a banter with your mates.
Banter with your mates. And, Sam Burns and Scotty Scheffler are good mates. Yeah. Patrick Cantley and Xander Schauffele are good mates. Mm-hmm. Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth are best mates. Yeah. Right?
It's good.
They're all just having fun.
Hugging and having a good time.
Absolutely.
Because normally, obviously, they're playing against each other. And even with us, right? Yeah. It's we normally play against each other, not like we don't put any money down, but obviously whenever we play as a 4-ball,
and whenever we try to put money down, it just never happens.
Yeah, nobody pays.
It was like nobody, but like, come on, I'm willing to pay, but come on, who's collecting the money?
Yeah, and but whenever we play, it's we play against each other, and it's like, okay, I want to be better, I want to beat Chenji, I want to beat this person, I want to beat Leo, whatever. Yeah. But on Sunday when we went to was it Sunday? We went to Centurion. Yeah. Mate, me and you played together.
We did.
And we had a great time. We were like bantering against the other two people.
And your front nine, you were like godlike. You made the only birdie. And bearing in mind, Jin is a 7 handicap. I mean, he's actually more like a 4 handicap. Yeah. But he pretends he's a 7 handicap.
He wasn't happy with me. Huh? He wasn't happy with me.
He was not happy with you.
He up to the point where the thing with high handicappers...
And you made the only birdie of the day as well.
Yeah. The thing with high handicappers, I know how bad my game can be. Like, consistency is not key for high handicappers. So I smashed the front nine. I played very well. My putting was bad, but everything else was perfect. And then I start to feel like, because when you're a high handicapper, nobody expects you to play well. And then when you're playing well, there's this like aura around you, like, oh my God, Theo.
Bandit.
They were like, you're a bandit. And I'm like, oh my God, I am a bandit today.
You were absolute bandit.
Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm playing this. And I've got a Whoop on, a Whoop bracelet. And I kept going and looking at my heart rate.
It was so high.
My average heart rate was like 146 beats per minute.
Oh, was that average?
Yeah.
That's
so in the beginning, when on the first tee was like 126, right? And I was like, oh my God, I could literally feel the heart beating at my chest. And I'm like, how do the pros do this, right? With like people watching them. Anyway, so then and I'm like, I just need a few holes to kind of calm down. And I'm playing well, and I'm like parring and bogeying and parring. And everyone's like, the pressure's on me. Because everybody are like, the Chenji, stay your chin. Everyone was like looking at me like, Theo, mate, what's going on today? Why are you hitting it so well? And I'm like, I don't know. Why am I hitting it so well?
Well, because you're a good player.
Yeah, and I'm like, this doesn't, and I'm just waiting for that one bad shot to turn my game around. It did happen. Like, I did have a few bad shots. Overall, I'm happy with my game. But I was like, I'm just waiting for the bad shot. And I'm almost like setting myself up for failure because I know I'm not supposed to play this well. So I'm just waiting for that hole that's going to mess everything up. And I go back to my high handicapping, skill, shall we say.
Mainly the putting, isn't it?
My putting was terrible.
But to kind of like, sign off this podcast with like a controversial opinion, kind of asking our listeners what they feel like. So in the UK, we tend to hide our true handicaps. We tend to like, when people can, they try to get a high handicap so they can get more shots and try to win competitions and tournaments, right? But in the US, people tend to over-exaggerate their handicap.
What do you mean? In a good way or a bad way?
No, so like, if I'm a 20 handicap, if I say I'm a 15 handicap, in reality, I'm a 20 handicap. Whereas in the UK, it's like I'm a 15 handicap in reality, but I submit high cards so to make myself look like I'm a 20 handicap.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just different mentality, different.
I don't know. So let us know what you think as well. Because I think I've heard it from a few people that this has been the case. People who've played golf in the US, and in the UK as well. Like, whereas, in the UK, people try to hide their real handicaps. They try to be worse than they actually are. Whereas in the US, they try to be better than they actually are.
There you go. On that note, thank you guys for listening. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you next week.
Like, look, watch our vlog. Hopefully that's going to be fun.
Go watch the vlog.
And
let us know how bad you think it is. I actually think it's pretty decent. Yeah. I can't wait for you to watch it.
I can't wait for it as well. Good. And there's going to be loads of video content coming up as well.
Yes.
So
stay tuned. We've got plenty of things planned. It's a shame the weather's getting bad. It's a shame the weather's getting bad.
It's perfect because people other people are producing content and we're going to be out there in the mud playing with mud.
You're going to be out there in the mud, mate. Not me.
Do you remember last winter?
Yeah, it wasn't a nice memory.
Well, we're doing it for our audience. So please follow, like, subscribe, and see us bunch of adults playing in the mud.
See you next week. Bye.